What's up, y'all? Welcome to Coco and Tea. We back with another one. This is part two. Okay, so Tamar is out here getting exposed. If y'all don't know who Tiffany Red is, I think her real name is Tiffany Fred. But anyway, she goes by Tiffany Red. And Tiffany been out here exposing the music industry. She was best friends with Cassie. I don't know if they are anymore, but she was supporting her through the Diddy trial. Anyways, she took to Instagram last night and was exposing Tamar how she been trying to get paid for a song for like the past 10 years. And Tamar allegedly is not signing off on whatever she needs to sign off for her to get her dividends. Okay. And Vince keeps telling her he gonna take care of it. He gonna take care of it. And then she said she never gets it taken care of because she said Vince can't. Basically, it sounds like Vince can't control Tamar in her opinion. But she said she been reaching out to Tamar. She been emailing her. She posts emails and everything. And the company that pays you for the music, they've been trying to pay her, but they can't pay her until Tamar signs off. So she's like, if y'all know Tamar, please, add her to this chat, baby. Please let her know that I've been trying to reach out to her. So as I was looking into that, I found Tamar had been sued previously by another company that said that they had secured some jobs for Tamar, and Tamar allegedly didn't want to give up her 10%. Then I found some other lawsuits from a landlord. So it's like, Tamar, I know you ain't pop locking, dropping and backing up on these bills. Like, what is going on, baby? So yeah, we're gonna get into that. Let's start with the story time from Tiffany and how she breaks it all the way down, how she ain't been getting paid for the songs that she did for Tamar, and how Tamar tried to go on Dancing with the Stars and perform one of the songs, and how she was going to shut the shit down until she got her cut. So, okay, story time. Let's get into it. Please hit the like button, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it, hype button, and let's get into this tea.
Okay, so if you know Tamar, if you're a fan of Tamar, if you're a supporter of mine, please tag Tamar in this video, okay? Thank you. All right. Tamar, I've been trying to get in contact with you via email, through acquaintances. I've reached out to Vince, trying to get your signature on this letter of direction for Sound Exchange for the song King that we did 10 years ago. I have not been paid my Sound Exchange royalties for this song because the original letter of direction that was signed by Vince was not, it was rejected in 2017 by Sound Exchange because you did not submit an artist authorization form to give Vince the right to sign for you. And so, I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've contacted our mutual acquaintances, and they told me that you said that you weren't going to sign it, or tell her to call Vince, and talking about the fact that I've spoken publicly about working with you in the past. And the thing is that has absolutely nothing to do with this. This is a contract. It is a contract, and in the contract it states that I am owed 16.66% of all Sound Exchange royalties for the song King, period. So I've already let Vince know, and I've let you know via email that y'all had X amount of time for us to handle this privately. You didn't do it, which is so ridiculous to me. Like, this is not hard. Just sign it. Just be a stand-up businesswoman and just handle your business. It's not that hard.
10 years is crazy. 10 years is a whole lot of grace. You done gave a whole lot of time and a whole lot of grace to somebody who don't deserve it. Imagine seeing someone always talk about how rich they are and they can't even sign off on your little 16%. Like, is that crazy? Is that crazy? Everybody says how hard it is to work with Tamar. Like, we have heard Jessie Woo talk about what a disaster it was working with Tamar, how she made it uncomfortable for, she didn't actually necessarily say she made it uncomfortable. She just said the way that Candy works, how she treats the employees are so great. She's so easy to work with, and it's completely different working with Tamar. So she didn't directly say how Tamar treats the employees. She just said Candy be on time and Candy is easy to work with, and she said Tamar is not. Okay, but imagine waiting 16 years and someone trying to tell you, well, yeah, I know you be going public. it sounded like she was insinuating that Tamar said she be going public talking about how she don't be getting paid. Okay, well then pay her. Like she said, this is a contract. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Pay me my coins. Run me my money.
Like, I legit, when Sound Exchange reached out to me letting me know they have money for me, I hit them on the side, because we were copied on that, and you're copied on that email, but I hit them on the side and I asked, how much are they holding? Because I'm like, I need to know how much this is to even know if it's worth the fight I know I'm gonna have to fight to get this money that I worked for. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've talked to Vince several times. Nothing has come from it. He's like, I'm gonna work it out for you, calling me, you know, hey sweetie, I'm gonna work this out for you. Vince, I'm not your sweetie. I'm not your sweetie. I'm a businesswoman. Would you be calling me sweetie if I was a man? No, you wouldn't. And I said to Vince, listen, just get it handled. But I have a sneaky suspicion, I'm not sure, but my suspicion is Vince probably can't get it handled because he needs Tamar, if you're watching this video, to sign the artist authorization form for him to even be able to sign on your behalf. So it still is up to you, which is why I'm making this video to you. Now, I've reached out to you and Vince, and I let y'all know that if I was not able to get this secured, you know, if I wasn't able to get this secured, that I'm gonna have to take legal action to enforce my rights. I don't want to fight with you, girl. I don't, like, at all. Like, I got so much better shit to do than to be fighting with you, but here I am. And you know, it's so crazy because it's like, this is the shit that made me quit. This is the shit that made me, because to me it's not worth it. If I have to fight for every dime I worked for, this is not worth it. If I have to be stressed out and I gotta potentially file lawsuits and all this kind of shit, go public and all kind of other stuff just to get paid for what I worked for. You know, I wrote that song in my living room in Burbank on my fucking couch by myself, wrote and produced. I own 85% of the publishing of that song. Like, and so it is severely, I feel so disrespected anytime I have to fight for my shit because I own majority of it. I did this song. Me. I shouldn't have to fight you to get paid for it, but I will. And that's what I told our acquaintance. Our acquaintance is like, Tiff, I don't want y'all to fight. I'm like, I don't want to fight. I have been in good faith trying to get this handled for this last month and a half, and since 2017, Sound Exchange, in good faith, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I can say what my experience was with working with them, that they have in good faith been reaching out to get this handled.
Sounds like Tamar don't give a goddamn if you got your coin or not, okay? And a person with money, like, acting like they're rich, like Tamar, she goes online posting money every day, acting like she's so rich, she's this, she's that. A person with money is not going to act like that. I'm sorry. A person with money is not going to be doing these shiesty moves. Like, pay her money. And the shit that's crazy is it's not even coming out your pocket. Like, the Sound, whatever app she's talking about, is going to pay her. The Sound app owes her a percentage. So, Tamar, I don't understand why you act like it's coming out of your bank account. That's some hater ass shit right there. All you got to do is sign off for them to give her coin. And you can't even do that? Like, what type of woman are you? What type of morals is that? That's just morals in the trash. I'm sorry. And I posted this picture so you can see what type of morals I'm talking about. Okay,
since we're here, let's talk about it. So, this is not my first experience with Tamar and Vince doing business that is not above board with me regarding this song. So when this song came out in 2015, this was when Tamar was on The Real. She was a host of The Real. Tamar performed King on The Real. And I remember she performed it before the album came out, and I was pissed because I hadn't been paid yet. I hadn't been paid for the song. I'm like, damn, she performing my shit, but she not gonna pay me yet? Crazy. Even though I knew the album was about to come out. But I kept my mouth shut and I just let it fly. The album comes out. I remember a bunch of her fans was like tagging me and asking me questions on Twitter, like, oh my God, we heard Tamar is gonna perform King on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, what? So I reach out to my manager and I'm like, yo, did we get a licensing agreement from the network for Dancing with the Stars to use King? No. Cool. So my manager reaches out to Dancing with the Stars. Is that ABC? I think it's ABC. If it's not, or CBS, one of them, don't get me wrong, but one of that network, those networks, reach out to the network, and the network tells my manager, oh, well, Tamar, they said that Tamar did this song herself, so we already cleared her to dance to it because she said that she had written the song. Excuse me, what?
Yeah, see, that would have sent me to the pits of hell. What you mean? She said this is her song and she did it herself. Like, the audacity that you ain't even paid her for the song, but you want to perform it. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You and Vince had money. Like, why the F are people like Diddy and people stingy? It's like, pay people for their work. I'm just not a person who's ever stingy. I always want to pay what I owe. If I got it, you got it. I'm going to give it, and I don't even expect it back. And then, Tamar likes to portray to us online that she's just the giving sister that pays everybody's bills. She pays all y'all fave bills. That's what she said, right? But then the family lawyer, they asked him, who's the richest in the family? He said Tony, and after Tony, it is Trina. And you know how I know that's true? It's because guess who was with Trina the other day? Tamar. And she was talking about how rich Trina is. So anyways, the lawyer said Trina, she made a lot of investments. She had restaurants. She had a bar. And that she has the most money after Tony. It's Tony, then Trina, then Tamar. So don't sleep on Trina, little coin, okay?
What do you mean? That's not true. So then the network is like, what? So then obviously I'm like, hell no. So then we tell Vince, we pull the song. She cannot perform to this song. Vince calls me, Tiff, she's been rehearsing all, for the last month. And I'm like, Vince, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And now this album is out. It is on the shelves. It is being performed. This is the second time it's being performed on TV. And y'all still have not paid me my producer fee. This is literally how I got paid for this song. I got paid for King because I threatened to pull it so that Tamar could not perform to it on Dancing with the Stars a day or two before her performance. The network was so like, oh my God, that they invited me to the show. I went, me, my manager, and an old friend of mine who I'm no longer friends with. We all went to the show and we watched Tamar perform my song. When initially, not only had I not been paid yet after the album was out, but initially they approved it and said, oh no, Tamar did it. We have the right to approve this. No, you don't. Tiffany Fred owns 85% of the publishing of this song. Network was mortified. The network was mortified. I was so fucking pissed. Like, why? And then I remember, this is the first time me producing on another artist, and I had to approve the credits and whatever. And so I approved the credits, and the producers on the song was me and a musician that Tamar works with, right? We agreed to the splits. She gets we agreed to the credits. She was going to be on the credits as a songwriter. Obviously she's a performer on the song, whatever. The album comes out. Why is Tamar credited as a producer on the song? So when I came forward and I talked about Tamar before, I talked about how she didn't write on King. That's what I talked about. Now, like I said in my previous video, I wrote King by myself. And how King got to Tamar was through LaShawn Daniels. God rest his soul. I played the song for LaShawn. LaShawn was like, wow, this is beautiful. The original song was called Fear Not. It was a song I did for myself as an artist. I played him the song. He's like, wow. This is when he was working on Tamar. Oh my God, I'm gonna go play it for them. Plays it for Tamar and Vince. She wants to cut it. Boom. We get in the studio. She cuts it with I want to say TC vocal produced that song. TC vocal produced that song and the other song, I Love You, that I did on that album. Shout out to TC, love you down. And so the song was almost done. The song was almost done. Any songwriting that Tamar did on that song was minor. Maybe it was on the bridge or something like that. It wasn't nothing crazy. The song, the meat and potatoes of the song was complete. But I was okay to give her a little publishing. Whatever. Cool. We gonna play the game. Lit. Play the game. Play the game. I walked away with 85%. Fine. Why is your name in the credits as a producer, Tamar?
Sounds like Tamar be out here doing bad business. And maybe that's why she ain't reached the heights of a Tony Braxton. But it's definitely because of the drama, because you're in the news for drama. You're not in the news for your voice. You're always in the news for drama. Okay. So she did go on to post receipts of the emails that have been sent to Tamar, the emails that were sent from the Sound app or whatever you call it. And as of right now, I ain't seen Tamar respond. Let's look at her receipts. So the first receipt is showing that allegedly Vince signed it, like she said. Then the next receipt shows basically that they need Tamar to sign it. Okay, that's basically what they're emailing her back. They keep emailing her that, they need Tamar to sign it. Okay, that's basically what it is. She's showing the emails. She's showing that she has reached out to Tamar. She's showing that they have been reaching out to her to resolve this, and it ain't been getting resolved. And then people were coming at her, and she posted this.
Last thing. If I was lying, why are there other songwriters and producers in my DMs about experiencing the same things with the same people on the same album? Makes you think.
Yeah, makes you think that Tamar ain't doing good business. That's what it sounds like. So if you go look up Tamar's name and look up lawsuits, you can see she ain't filed no lawsuit on Funky, but everyone's been running with that, posting about it. Oh yeah, Tamar's taking legal action. She ain't taking no legal action, okay? She already deleted that statement that she posted from the lawyer. But what you will find is all the other lawsuits that Tamar has been involved in. For instance, it says she got an IRS tax lien in July 2024. 2 liens totaling over $2.4 million were filed for back taxes from various years, 2015 to 2022, though Braxton stated she was negotiating with the IRS. Okay, that's one of the things. Then it says she's being sued by a talent agency, Pantheon. Pantheon sued for unpaid commissions from her reality shows, but Braxton countersued, arguing the agent wasn't licensed, leading a judge to pause the case for a labor commissioner review. So, okay, I read this lawsuit. Basically, it says that they secured jobs for Tamar, like the Tamar Get Your Life or whatever. And Tamar was supposed to pay them 10%. They never got their 10%. And they also secured her another job. I'll post it. And she didn't get the 10% for them. And she was getting coins for these episodes. I'm talking about like $70K an episode, they said, I believe. And then when they took her to court, she gonna tell the court, oh, well, they didn't even got a license. So, bitch, you went back and snitched and tried to tell the law they ain't got a license, but you didn't care about them having a license when they was securing the bag for you. Like, that's shady business. Okay, so it says this agency, Radar Online, reports that the agency says Braxton was paid $75,000 per episode for Get Your Life, an additional $30,000 per episode for To Catch a Beautician. They allege Braxton inexplicably turning her back on Pantheon and the contributions it made to help propel her career, but instead has brazenly chosen to flatly ignore their request for payment. Girl, I know you lying. So basically, this lawsuit, it said, was on hold because when they take her to court, she tried to countersue talking about they ain't got no license. But they got you the bag, though. So, like, that's just bad business. I'm sorry. Bad business just shows, like, what type of person you are. Then Google also said a songwriter accused Braxton of stealing vocals and song rights for a track on her Love and War album. So yeah, y'all can go look into all that if y'all want to. I'm done talking about it. I just want to get on here and tell you the latest that, yeah, she out here getting exposed for doing bad business. And I want to know what y'all think down in the comments. Please talk to me. I'll talk back. Please like the video and hype the video. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next mess. Bye.